For that part where I'm backflipping over the fence and then slide towards the rocks, I don't need like a specific angle, I just need like a sort of general angle. Ideally, the angle is like almost parallel with the fence, or like very, very slightly towards the right, but I had it like a little bit more towards the right than is typically good. Or like, specifically for picking up the rock, you want it pretty much parallel, but then for getting to the rock faster, you want it like a little bit more right. So like you sacrifice a little bit of consistency for picking up the rock, or a slightly faster angle to get to the rock. But my angle was just a little bit too far to the right and made it harder to pick up the rock. Cruxer, I managed to get to Bongo, and then I soft-locked because I used Furrow's Wind right at the end of the fight when I wanted to use it like in the middle of hitting Bongo. So that was just me being dumb. Otherwise that run probably would have finished, because the only warp I had left was getting out of Bongo's room. It was a bad run though. So, it's fine. It was definitely a time save for next run kind of run. I think for 11 months reason. Ace isn't allowed in anything outside of any percent for the main leaderboard categories, so you won't be seeing it anytime soon outside of any percent. ACE is arbitrary code execution, being able to write your own code in the game and then execute it. AKA do anything you want. No one's really done anything too specific with Total Control. Cause like, the thing with Ace Total Control is that you can do anything you want, but at the same time, you can do anything you want, like, to the point where you might as well just make a ROM hack and make it easier. Like, it's kinda hard to justify doing that in the actual game when it's just way harder, when you could just, like, make a ROM hack. Unless it's something specifically that would be interesting, that you would be doing specifically in the game and not with cheats or something, like, you know, spawning the R-Wing or something. That's kind of one thing that is particularly interesting. Yeah, Save State has been doing Total Control Ace for NSR, which is interesting in a way. Interesting conceptually. SRM is not VC only. SRM works on any version, but certain applications of it can only be done on certain versions. And the one I'm doing right now, which will load the debug file, is only possible on 1.2. And something I do later on will only be possible on VC. So this run in general is only possible on VC. This run is really bad. Oh no. If I use one of the green glitched items, those aren't actually glitched items, it's just the icons glitched, but those were... The items I had equipped were bombs, bow, and ocarina. They would all work normally. Well, bow would work as slingshot, but otherwise normally. Aww. Thanks for 13 months, no metric. What happened there was using SRM to load the debug file, so now I have a file where I have almost everything. Like all of this stuff. Oh, come on. And there's a lot more SRM coming up right after this. Got to do RBA, get bottle on B, catch a fish. Alright, SRM Gauntlet. First one is becoming adult to equip Mirror Shield. I don't think it's possible to RBA double, or no, RBA, you cannot RBA magic, period. It is possible to SRM regular magic. I don't know about double magic. SRM number 1. Second SRM is going to glitch for Aura's Wind, which is going to let me do all the warping stuff done later in the run. Alright, that invisible grass glitched for Aura's Wind. This one is going to delete medallions, delete Shadow and Spear medallions specifically. Well, delete a lot more stuff than that, but that's the important stuff that needs to be deleted to truly complete all dungeons. He did cheese, but I was looking into it, and I think it's just easier to play Sunsong there and do the easier setup. So this is modifying quest status, and that should have deleted my medallions. Now the final one, if this goes well, we'll put for Aura's Wind on B. Essentially just let me do Bottle Adventure. Thanks for 14 months, Mayhem. Yeah, all these angles are absolutely perfect. I can't have anything other than one specific angle. That's why all these setups have to be done. Wait. Okay. Should be fine. That one's always scary, but I'm pretty sure this is good. As long as it doesn't crash, it's good. Now I should have Furrow's Wind on B, which means the fun starts. So I can work anywhere based on my angle, so I choose an angle that goes to bottom of the well. Conveniently puts you right in front of that skull, so you immediately get hit. And now I'm going to get grabbed by a wall master. And this wall master should take me to Twinrova. Here I am. I have so much health because of the debug file. The debug file just happens to have 14 hearts. So you'll get warped to glitched locations if you use Furrow's Wind, void out, die, or get caught by a wallmaster. And dying and using a wallmaster is good because it puts you at specific entrances rather than using your coordinates, your respawn coordinates, which is where either voiding would put you or Furrow's Wind would put you. And then Furrow's Wind and voiding can be good for having a specific room number, and if your coordinates are good, then using coordinates would be faster than using a specific entrance. So basically we use wallmasters for the bosses that are inconvenient to get with specific coordinates. And then for the later bosses we can just warp to all of them. And I want to intentionally take some damage from Twinrova. Okay, that's good. Yeah, my health was decreasing by increments of 16ths. Health is stored in increments of 16ths, even though it only displays in fourths. And the only damage that really does damage in increments of 8ths or 16ths is fire and ice damage, which, you know, Twinrova does. Yeah, the shield is so cool in that fight. Well, yeah, with double defense, quarter damage gets turned into 8ths, but I was just talking about without double defense, like normally. After 5 months T-Bone. So now I have to get another angle that will take me back to bottom of the well and also skip the cutscene with Furrow's Wind on B. There's Spirit. Phantom Ganon next. Thanks for 5 months, the Dictator of Mars. Yeah, 4 rounds of SRM to enable boss rush. But it's pretty cool. As far as I'm aware, no one else is running this yet, but this also was only fully routed like 2 days ago. So, just give it time. Although, I could see a lot of people being intimidated by this route. So I'm not sure how much activity it's gonna have. I hope it gets decently active. It is like really cool. Yeah, I think Save State is gonna learn this run. Thanks for 17 months, Mr. Bushido. Yeah, we do all the dungeons as child now. Yeah, I'd say the Lost Woods SRMs, doing all them back to back is probably the hardest part. The hardest part in general is just remembering all the setups. Because you have to remember so many setups for this, and just not having them blend together. Like in my first run, I was messing up that Twin Rova warp because the setup for the Twin Rova warp was blending with the setup for Phantom Ganon. Or no, setup for Baronade. I was like mixing up those two setups and couldn't remember why it was failing. Yeah, so Twin Rova and Phantom Ganon have to be the first ones because we use a Wallmaster for that. Baronade has to be third because we use Baronade's room number and coordinates for the rest of the warps. And Volvagia has to be last for the credits warp. And then Morpha, Bongo, King Dodongo, and Goma are essentially interchangeable. The current way we do them is mostly just easiest setups, easiest like angle setups to get to each of them. Don't set for Rosewind here. Oh no, I should have taken damage there. Thanks for 3 months, Paul. Okay, you gotta remember I have to take extra damage here. Alright. Time for Morpho. The most fun boss. Okay, can I get lucky here? Potentially. No, I couldn't get close enough. Oh well, I'll just do the old way. Nice. Come on. Dude. Thanks for 31 months, struck my beard. That behaves. Thanks for 19 months down the upstairs. That was close. Alright, this one should go to Goma. Simply, thanks for the raid. Hello everyone. Hello children. I hope you will all be wide people happy seeing all these crazy warps happening. Okay, so this is a run where we have this new SRM warping glitch where we can warp basically wherever we want. So this is gonna take this is gonna go to Deku Tree. So we can basically all dungeons is a boss rush now, and we can just warp between all the bosses super quick. This is Deku Tree. I'm about to go to King Dodongo real quick. I can go anywhere I want based on my angle, so I just do angle setups for wherever I want to go. That was an angle setup for King Dodongo. Now I'm at King Dodongo. Yeah, there is all dungeons, no SRM. All of the categories that allow SRM also have a SRM banned subcategory. And so this route abuses magic with Furrow's Wind so much that we actually drink Blue Potion. Thanks for 2 months, Elizabeth. Thanks for the $5 donation, Enigmatics. Oh no, I didn't set Furrow's Wind. Okay, just set Furrow's Wind before I kill him. Okay, just right now. Yeah, there are some angle setups specific to the rooms, like the Deku Tree. Whenever we do a warp from a wrong warp dungeon, so Deku, DC or Jabu, and Fire Temple, it always takes you to Deku Tree. And Deku Tree has some unique angled walls that makes a few angle setups really easy. Like the warp angle I did here to King Dodongo is much easier from Deku Tree than from a cardinal angle. And same with the bongo setup I'm about to do right now. This is gonna go to bongo bongo. Backflip, side roll, roll, backflip, side roll. Bongo bongo. Okay, I'm not gonna soft lock because I'm just gonna set Furrow's Wind after the fight. I'm not gonna set it during the fight. I knew the angle just from practicing setups. We have very specific setups for all these angles. Furrow's Wind on B is required because you can't use Furrow's Wind in boss rooms normally. Technically you could sort of do this route without Furrow's Wind on B, but it would be... you'd have to get a lot more creative with some warps. Furrow's Wind on B just simplifies everything. Okay, now I will set Furrow's Wind. There is adult for like 5 seconds in this run. It should be set on this side, yeah. And this is not actually going to take me to another dungeon. This is actually going to Gerudo Fortress. This is not Gerudo Fortress. This is a problem. What's the fastest thing to do here? I think going to Lon Lon is the fastest thing to do. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna go to Lon Lon. That was supposed to go to Gerudo Fortress. I am gonna have to check what I messed up with the angle setup there. Is it time of day for Dampe? No, it should be past Dampe time. Okay, this is not part of the route. So I was supposed to set Furrow's Wind in Gerudo Fortress for the wrong warp to the credits. Setting it in Lon Lon also works, and it's just easier to get to Lon Lon from a warp song. since I couldn't, it's not really fast to get to Gruta Fortress some other way. Unless I could have, like, possibly tried to make a quick angle setup, but I don't know any of the cardinal directions in Ice Cavern. Yeah, of all the places I could have gotten warp to, Ice Cavern was an interesting one. Yeah, Nat, I somehow went to Ice Cavern when doing the Gruta Fortress warp. Don't quite know how I messed up my angle, but it happened. I wonder if I, like, ESS turned one extra time or something. No, the run's not dead, but this is a pretty big time loss, but I mean the run's over in like 4 minutes. No, tempo time wouldn't work with Fire Temple. So Volvagia is the one boss you don't beat in the warp chain, so that you can actually use Volvagia to wrong warp to the credits. Again, if you warp into the dungeon with the warp glitch, then you'll always warp out into Deku if you use the blue warp. So that's why you can't warp into Volvagia and then wrong warp to the credits from there. You have to come in here with the glitch deactivated. That's why we have to warp to Fire Temple normally. And Volvagia is just the fastest boss to get to from a warp song. No, not required distance mega. That mega flip's pretty easy. Unglitching Furrow's Wind is just leaving the area normally. Just leave any area normally and it's unglitched. Although if you have Furrow's Wind still set, then going back to that Furrow's Wind will re-glitch it. But I was done with Furrow's Wind there. I got the boss key because I used SRM earlier to load the debug file, and the debug file has all the boss keys and a bunch of small keys for all the dungeons and everything. Except the boss key for Ganon's Tower. Rip sub 40. This easily would have been sub 40 if I got the Gruta Fortress warp properly. I'm actually gonna check the I'm gonna check the dock real quick and see what angle I probably got. $40.39. That is all dungeons recce by like 13 minutes. Okay, let me see if I can figure out what warp I probably got.